What's going on, guys? Duelim here, back again with another video, and this is going to be part 2 of my Goblin Trials video and guide for difficulty 8 all scourges. So if you're ready, let's get into it. We are going to be doing node 6, which is going to be the wave that requires only new Avengers. This is going to be the best positioning that I have for this team. We're going to be Tigra on the end, Thing next to Tigra because Thing is pretty tanky, Agent Coulson in the middle, Ronin next to Agent Coulson, then Mockingbird all the way on the other end. As you can see, my team is not very big here. Thing is the only really big one because he's got 3 diamonds, super lucky. This is not a necessity for it, but you can see this team is really, really tiny. We have Tigra at level 85, G16, same thing with Mockingbird and Ronin. Those are both, and Tigra's only at 3 red, Mockingbird and Ronin are at 4 red. Agent Coulson and Thing are gear tier 15, level 85 and 90 respectively. Tigra, I have her ult, passive, and special T4'd. Ronin, I have no T4s. Mockingbird, I have the ult and the passive, or ult and the special T4'd, and then I have no T4s on the reworks. So that being said, let's get into this node. Kicking off this node, we're going to target the yellow jacket with the Tiger special. We want to make sure that the Tiger special doesn't rebound chain to hit any of the big times. If it does, it's an automatic reset because it gives them turn meter and they will end up taking their turns. So here, the fact that Ronin didn't get crit, so he didn't get pushed, he now does not have energy for his special, so we need to use the Mockingbird special to make sure he has that energy. If Mockingbird hits hits the big times twice, it's an automatic reset because it gives them too much turn meter. We're going to target the back left one once again to get all the damage on him because he has his cooldown still. We're going to stun him, so he still can't ultimate. And that other big time will just end up using his special, which is not too bad. We want to make sure that other big time nothing happens with him. We're even going to use the ultimate here for extra damage from Tigra. We will get that back before this node ends because that is a must for the next node. And here we are going to use our ultimate again because we are going to get that back as well just to reduce some more turn meter. And then I am going to target the big time back here with the special of Coulson because it steals positive effects and gives them all to our team. And then I'm also going to use the Thing special and the Ronin ult on this big time back here. As you can see, I'm doing a bunch of damage to him. I want this guy dead. He is target number 1 because he is a big problem. And as you can see, he's now dead, which is great. So now we can start working on the swarms here. I'm going to go for the one that has slow, because why not? Black Widows are really a non-event. They're not going to do much to you, so you don't have to worry about the Black Widows all that much. Still working on this swarm here because now he is going to ult when he takes his turn, so we want to make sure this swarm dies because the ultimates are pretty strong by them. Okay, basic again. He's going to dodge it, so that's not the best thing, but we can basic here, and he should be dead relatively soon. He's probably going to die to bleed, so let's target this Black Widow so I don't get a stun. Target that Black Widow so she's not going to stun, because remember, they already used their special, so we don't want them to stun now. And then we can do this, actually. We could just basic here. These two are going to bleed out. Don't have to worry about them. And then this is saving cooldowns now, so we want to make sure these swarms don't put a lot of damage on us. Make sure we're rewinding them evenly to make sure they're not taking turns here. We know this swarm that just got pushed with onto the 50% is now going to ult, so we want to take out this swarm to make sure he doesn't ult because those ults do a lot of damage. Same thing with this next swarm over here. And we're actually going to target this one now, so the striker attack rewinds him twice. You can see it's a lot about turn meter manipulation, knowing who is going to go next, who has slow, who has bleeds, who's going to bleed out, all that kind of good stuff. Try to conserve cooldowns a little bit here, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. But I have almost everything up. I don't have Mockingbird ult up, but she's probably going to get pushed by something pretty early, which will give her energy. So this I will take as a win. So let's get into the next node. Coming into node 7, the second villain city node. Remember, we have Doc Ock ult, Black Cat special, and Green Goblin ult prepped and ready to go. Swarm is also prepped and ready to go. I don't believe he has his ult, but that doesn't matter that much. As you can see, I'm just bringing in a Merc Lieutenant here so he dies super quickly, and then Green Goblin will be alone on the left so that the primary and adjacent targets won't hit him unless it's a full team AoE. So if you're ready, let's get into it. Starting off this node, we're going to use the Black Cat special on Morgan Le Fay here to get that stun. We also want to have it rebound chain to the left if we can, because to get more damage on these Heartless Stranges to make sure that they die. To make sure that they're not both just opening up with ult and destroying us. So this is where it's nice to have a nice extra tune here that does some damage. So you can see Swarm's going to do some pretty good damage here and maybe even kill that Strange with all the bleeds. Both of them died because of the bleeds. This is perfect. So now we can actually special. Believe it or not, Merc Lieutenant got a turn. But the Swarm can be anybody as long as it's somebody who does pretty good single target damage, and then we can just get through them. So let's put a slow on Magneto, make sure he's not doing anything silly. And then we're gonna put this on Psylocke so she doesn't have anything on her, get some damage on her, rewind her. We're gonna bring out the summon here because this summon is nuts if you got a really big Doc Ock. Put this here, get rid of that invade. Oh man, he's taking another turn. Look at Merc Lieutenant go, giving some energy. Look at this man. What a legend. So we're going to target Morgan Le Fay here because we want to make sure this hits Psylocke as well. And as you can see, that clone does so much damage. We're going to rewind the Nemesis here to make sure he doesn't, or the Archangel to make sure he doesn't take a turn because he does do some pretty big damage. We're also going to put a ultimate on Archangel because I want him dead. I don't want his ult to just Yeeto Delito someone. Wouldn't want that, right? Let's put a slow on Rogue that got resisted, and then we're going to put a disrupt on Rogue, actually. So that's great, and then we're probably going to end up killing Rogue. We are. Awesome. And then here, we can, let's do this so it hits everybody. May get the counterattack from APOC, but not the worst thing. Also, Merc Lieutenant still living somehow. This is hilarious. I'm going to make sure this Nemesis dies. Okay, Merc Lieutenant's finally dead. It happened, everybody. He's finally dead. So as you can see, that's not an Awakened Apocalypse, which is great, so we don't have to worry about him ulting turn 1. As you can see, this can go sideways pretty quickly, but you can get through this for sure. So we are going to hit the ultimate with Green Goblin and get a little bit of a rewind in there. There we go. Get a lot of health back. A lot of health back. And we'll go here. So this is going to determine on who Apocalypse wants to ult. This is probably one of the worst runs you can possibly have, but it still can be done even if the RNG isn't in your favor. He took the clone, which is absolutely great. So now we can ult here and get a Warp World, if I'm not mistaken. Yup. And then we're going to extend everything as well. We're going to make sure this Nemesis dies. So as you can see, Doc Ock is pretty nuts. This was one of the worst runs I've ever had, and Doc Ock carried this. This can go a lot smoother. You don't need a big swarm here to do a lot of damage. The Doc Ock, as you can see, is awesome because his summon just does just so much damage. But we'll slowly but surely whittle this node down. Doc Ock cooldowns aren't essential to keep here, but they are useful, but they're not needed for this because the tech sections are just jokes. It is nice to have it, but I may need to actually use it here to kill this Apocalypse if I can kill him. May not be able to. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? Okay, let's flip this. Do that. Okay, a lot more damage on him now. There we go. And then this is single target damage. This does a good amount. Also good. This there. And then we'll get a basic on here. And he's a goner. So yeah, that's going to be node 7. This went really, really poorly. This can go so much smoother with RNG treats you better. But even if it doesn't, as you can see, you can still get through it. And Doc Ock still has all his cooldowns ready to go for the tech node if you need it. All right, guys. For node 8, we've got a team of Agent Venom, Archangel, Gambit, and then Ultron and Phantom X on the end. The Ultron is here just because he's going to have cooldowns that Sunfire doesn't. Also, him bringing in bots is good cannon fodder, so it brings in a little bit less RNG. So your important characters don't die, especially Agent Venom. We want to make sure he lives because we're going to be using him on node 10 with a reverse sack. You ready? Let's get into it. Kicking off the node, we're going to start with a special with Archangel to get that offense up so his pings can do more damage. We're going to eat this Moonstone ult. We primarily don't want that to hit on Agent Venom, but if it does, not the biggest deal. Next, we can use the ult turn 1 since I have it. Since Agent Venom got pushed, this is going to do a big damage to everybody here. Next up, we can call in these beautiful summons that are going to give me some positive effects and all that good stuff. Next up, we can Gambit ult. As you can see, we are just nuking these waves with Gambit and Agent Venom ults. And then now we can slow play it and make sure we have cooldowns up, at least for Agent Venom, because he's the only one we're using going forward here. All right, so as you can see here, we want to focus on this Zemo because he's the squishiest out of the ones, so we can get a Warp World proc and make sure these Titanias don't have defense up. We're going to use the bot specials on everybody, and then we are going to ult this Zemo so he drops and get that Warp World proc. He'll also die so we can get a rewind. And then we are going to start focusing on these Titanias. As you can see, I use the basic because the bleed damage is really nice to have. Next up, I'm going to hit Kang here with the Agent Venom special to do a lot of damage. And then you can see here, a basic will end up killing him. Kang is going to be the #1 target here. You want to make sure he goes down nice and quick, because if not, he can really, really mess up your day. We're going to rewind this Titania here, do more damage to this one. Now, the goal here is, as you can see, Agent Venom has gotten a lot healthier. The goal here is to make sure he doesn't get hit by anything, and that's just RNG. Titania took out those bots. That's why we like the bots, because they provide a lot more chance to hit other people that's not Agent Venom who we need to live. I'm going to focus down this Titania because the Red Skull literally does absolutely nothing, and he's going to summon first turn, which is actually good for us. So what we're going to do is start taking out these summons so we can get rewinds out, and the summons don't take turns, so we don't have issues of the summons randomly hitting Agent Venom and then causing problems. But as you can see here, this node goes super straightforward. It's super easy as long as you have a big Gambit. Everybody else is just supporting cast. The Ultron I like because it provides a level of RNG kind of dismisser to bring out the bots, so it's less of a chance to hit the one tune you need to live, be at full health and full cooldowns, which is Agent Venom. But after that, let's get into the next node. Coming in with this node 9, the last tech node. This node is all about Kestrel, Kang, Doom's a bonus to have him ready to go. Ultron's there for fun, and Doc Ock also is a bonus. It's really just about Kestrel, Doom, and Kang. Really just about Kang and Kestrel. This node falls over. It's super easy. All you got to do is save a little bit for that second Red Hulk that comes out, because the first one gets hit pretty hard, and Kestrel usually can delete him. But if you're ready, let's get into the node. Kicking off this node, we're going to use a special on that middle She-Hulk with Kang. If you have his ultimate and only his ultimate, you can also use that, but I prefer the special because I like the slows to go out on these She-Hulks because they have incredibly low base speed, so they'll pretty much never take a turn before it really matters, which is great. Next up, we want to make sure the Deathlock on the corner dies, so we want to make sure we target this Iron Man so that the next attack hits that Deathlock, and then we are going to focus down that Deathlock. As you can see, I could be nuking down this wave, but I'm not going to, because then we can run into issues of not having enough for the next wave. So we're going to slow play this a little bit to make sure that the tunes that are here don't make it into the next wave at high health. We want to make sure we're doing even damage and also have a lot of different options on who is going to have cooldowns. We want to make sure everybody's ready to go for the next wave, because the next wave can be a little problematic. As you can see there, Brawn does absolutely no damage, so no worries there. But we do want to make sure She-Hulk dies here because her charges are starting to get up there. Also, she does do a stun that can be problematic. You can see this next wave has now dropped, so we wanted to save this Kestrel special to make sure defense down got dropped in this big clump here, including on Red Hulk, because this Red Hulk is now going to take a lot of damage. So now what we can do is we can basic this Red Hulk to get a slow on him and get a Kestrel ping. The Striker attack and the basic from Ultron will take away the death presumably, and then Kestrel ping takes him out. Now he is a non-factor. Next up, we want to make sure Deathlocks go down because they are going to do a lot of damage that is going to be surprising. So we want to make sure we take them out. So you can see the next node has now dropped, but what we can do is we can use this Shocker special so he gets turn meter, and then he can actually delete a lot of people here, which is going to be super, super nice. So we're going to use that Shocker ult, just like I said, and you can see the amount of damage that just got put out is pretty nuts. Okay, next up, we're going to make sure this Viv Vision dies because she can be problematic as well. You might hit the Red Hulk, which is not the best, but it could be much worse. So what we're going to do here is target the Iron Man to take him out. The ping from Kang will hit there, and then the ping from Kestrel will hit there. Okay, we're going to have some people die, some people get low. We're going to get a Warp World proc, but we don't have any positive effects, so it doesn't matter. Next up, we're going to put a slow on Red Hulk here, which may not land because of the offense down, but that's okay. We're actually going to get some bots up because we want to make sure the bots are putting out some positive effects here, and it can have a possibility to rewind Red Hulk. We have the Doom ult ready to go. Kang is going to take that ride, which is incredible, and we are going to all in Red Hulk here. We want to get vulnerables on him. I do have Raider on my Doom. Obviously, you know RNG, how that's going to work. I'm not going to get any vulnerables on him just to make it that much better. But I did get a vulnerable at the end there. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit that ultimate, get a nice rewind, get some damage on him, be able to double tap Red Hulk here. And you can see the passive from Kang is just giving him amazing survivability. And now Red Hulk is just dead. And then this node is now done. Super easy, just save that Doom ult for the end, and it's a super straightforward matchup. Play to Warp World to your favor. It's going to be a little different depending on how much damage your tunes do, but super, super easy. Let's get into Node 10. Coming to Node 10, you can do this with just new Avengers if they are big enough, but with my super, super low investment, we have to throw a sack at this. So I always throw Rebirth first because they're super tanky and they can survive a lot of the big hits and big holds right off the rip. The goal is to keep everybody alive. Even if someone dies, we have Peggy to revive them. But as you'll see, Colleen Wing does usually get an ability block on Peggy. It can be resisted, but it's a pretty low chance. So let's see how well this sack goes and see how low you need to get this wave for your really low investment new Avengers to be able to build high enough. And if you really care about war, you can pull a Dorky Dad and G18 all of them. Who cares? But you don't have to. That's the thing, you don't have to. You don't have to. Taking a turn would be great, by the way. As high as we do, most of us here, yes, but we are more representative of the majority of the player base. You're right, we're not, but they don't have to cater to the majority of the player base. They can also cater to the people playing their game. Pull a Scotty, you mean? Yeah, a Scotty on Dorky's account. Or a Dorky on Scotty's account. Right. Sorry. I misspoke, my bad. All right, let's get the taunt immunity up. That, don't care about that. Let's go on Moondragon here. We get an assist from somebody, hopefully. Maybe pop her? No? Okay. US agent's dead right off the rip. Cool. No? Alright. Let's try ulting here. Get a Warp World flip. And then Yido Delito Squirrel Girl, because she hasn't ulted yet. Cap can kill her. Let's ability block Shang-Chi so he doesn't... Of course he resisted it. Foolish of me to think that was going to fucking ability block so he can't heal. What the fuck ability did Shang-Chi just do? He hit Cap, Winter Soldier, and Peggy. And it wasn't his ult. What the fuck? Huh? What the fuck? Probably did the special gain speed and base stick Peggy. Okay, that sounds correct. I'll give you credit for that. That sounds correct. Do we want to get a Warp World flip? Sure, why not? Let's get a Warp World flip. Of course it won't flip because I killed him. I love how that works with Warp World. Okay, Rebirth, yeah, he does. Yeah. Rebirth might be a good sack here because they could just fucking outlast this shit. Like, that's all this is turning into, is just outlasting them. I'm like Survivor. Outplay, outwit, outlast. Why do I know that off the top of my head? Do I know their fucking slogan? Fuck if I know, but here I am. My dad adores that show. Stop, don't kill Cap. Counterattack is fine, I don't care. Yes! Yes! I'm hanging on the edge of glory! Stop! Oh, he lived! I can get a Warforged proc here. Nope, it's gonna kill him, so I don't get the fucking Warp World proc. God damn it! I need to heal here, I die. I have to heal here. I can't revive. I just did a D6 run. You could do a D7 run too, Rolf. Like D7 all Scourges, Rebirth fucking autoed it. It just took a while, but Rebirth like absolutely decimated it. Hey, is this the Invader X that we have in War today? The real Invader X? Maybe, yeah, maybe. Let's get Taunt up again. I taunted, and then he doesn't fucking target Cap. Que paso? I don't even want to fucking revive. I don't even want to revive because he's just gonna die, and if I don't heal, he's just gonna die. Alright, let's Yido Deleto this guy. Goodbye. Next wave drops. Okay. Peggy's now dead, probably. Peggy's absolutely dead now. Can NA clean this up? That's the question. Can New Avengers clean this up? What are we thinking here, boys and bitches? Can New Avengers clean this up? What are we thinking here? I feel like I would say yes if I could get a fucking ult with Agent Venom off right now. I don't know, honestly. I don't think. I just sim. No. I think it's worth the risk. Yeah, I would open with Tiger ult, yeah. I would open with Tiger ult. Like, they're fucking blowing everything. I could probably do this. Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna do another run for you. I need to stun you, because if not, you're gonna do things to me, and I don't want things to be done to me. Okay. Yeah, mobile definitely doesn't need this game. That's for sure. Okay. It's funny because on Monday this Scourge is gonna be easy. This is gonna be easier for me because I'm gonna have Thing, 3 diamond, get that massive boost. I really need a Warp World right now. Okay, thanks for giving me the Warp World. Bye, Ronan. I have to get a Warp World here. Nope. This is why I changed him to Skirm. Yeah. Yeah, it's a debate. I have blue 4 Striker on him because I like the damage, but yeah. Also, and even those who play other games to supplement. Yeah, exactly. A blind Shang there would have been huge. Yeah, his ult can miss, right? In War, on War defense. That's I'm not wasting the blind there. I just want to make sure. Also, I could just not ult here with Tigra so she doesn't get the taunt. And then maybe she wouldn't die. I could special here instead. That might be the move, is specialing instead. That could be a good move out here, actually. So that I keep Tigra alive, because she's pretty integral to this team, doing good things. Who the fuck do I even want to kill? I'm gonna make sure this Calling Wing dies here. This bitch is pissing me off. Worth a try? Yeah, oh, absolutely, it's worth a try. That's what I love about Scourge. I can fucking... It's a puzzle, dude. It's a puzzle, and it's just trial and error. And I absolutely love the trial and error aspect of it. Absolutely love it. I need the stun here now. Okay. At least I got the Terminator Rewind. So next wave does not drop on 8 out of 16. Next wave drops on... I don't know. Let's get her ready for a Warp World. Let's keep rewinding her. That's gonna hurt. Don't die, Ronan, thank you. Dude, these fucking assists just going on every single correct person that I don't want the assists to go on. It's ridiculous, man. Please do enough damage to get a Warp World. Thank you. I thought I said other side. It didn't. Rewind, even though... Yep, let's get the rewind there. Awesome. Okay. Do we special here or do we save it? She's going to take her turn next. I'm specialing. Fuck that. She needs to die. Bleed out. Everybody bleed out. Thank you. Let's get defense up to help me out here. Yes! Got the stun. Okay. Okay. We're doing it! Mom, we're doing it! So Thing's T4 make it 500, 700. Yes, absolutely. Thing is fucking nuts. Thing's damage is absolutely fucking nuts. I got him a 3 diamond, and I'm honestly debating taking him up a little for war defense, because he's going to hit like a fucking freight train. I don't think anybody can trigger Warp World anytime soon. Please land. If this lands, I win. Damn it. Okay. It's alright. Just keep rewinding him. This'll land, though. Absolutely. Now I just need to make sure I get him into yellow here. And keep rewinding him while he has trauma. Okay, this is working. Thing MVP, honestly, you're not entirely wrong. The rewinds are fucking MVP right here. This is what's MVP, is just rewinds after rewinds. That's not great. But now I can do this, take everything off of you and give it to my team. Get fucked. More rewinds. Pulled a 3 Diamond Agent Venom. That's going to be nice in Scourges, yeah. So I'm not out of this at all. I'm not out of this. But I'm hoping I can just keep rewinding him to death. I need to rewind more. Stun. Yes! Yes! That's it, I won. Fuck you. Fuck you. Even with Tigra fucking dead turn 1. And I got the blind. Fuck yeah, it's over. That's it. Hell yes! Make run proud, auto out. You know what? I should. Watch me still lose. Nah, thing hit ult again. Yes!